Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kimberly, otherwise known as Mbali. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you are a returning subscriber and you have stuck it with me since the beginning, since day one, thank you so much for stopping by again and for clicking on this video. If you are new to my channel and you are new to this platform and you are new to this space, thank you so much for taking a chance on me and clicking on this video. So today, as you already can tell by the title down below, we are going to be recreating the fox eye makeup trend that has been really hot these days on Instagram, on the internet, on YouTube. If you want to learn a thing or two about how to create the fox eye, make sure that you stay tuned to this video. And if you haven't already, I would really appreciate if you could just click the subscribe button down below and subscribe to my channel. And also, if you have any questions, if you have, leave them in the comment section down below and we can get a conversation started. So without having to make this video any longer than it should be, let's get straight into this makeup look. I brought you guys in closer because the next thing that we're gonna do to lift the face is actually do the brows. So I'm usually a foundation before brows kind of girl, but because of the nature of what we are doing, I'm gonna do my brows before I do my entire face. So one thing about the lifted and fox eye makeup trend is that your brows are a bit straighter than what they usually are. So you would see that my brows are actually curved over here. They have like their natural or pointed arch, and then they go downward. So this section over here, the downward section, that's the section that we do not want. I'm gonna go off camera, I'm gonna finish my brow, and then I'm gonna be back. Okay, brows are done. When I tell you that these brows took me 5 years, as you can see, it really changed the shape of my face. Some of the concealer is unblended. I use my L'Oreal concealer to actually cover up this concealer over here, to actually cover up that excess brow that I had coming down. So as you can see, my brows are looking pretty straight and kind of lifted, so this gives me a nice start off to the fox eye, you know. So everything is going to be pulled back. The brows are actually pulled back, so we're ready to go in with the rest of the face. Okay, so I brought you guys a bit closer. I hope this is not too personal for you. I'm using this angle brush. I'm going to go in with like an orangey shade, like a transitional shade, which, let's say it's this over here. I'm going to mix it a bit with the brown because I actually wanted to show up. At this point, you can use tape. You can actually place the tape in that area over there, so it's easier for you to actually be able to gauge where it is that your eyeshadow is supposed to go. But I'm not going to be using tape because I feel like it's kind of clear for me. Clarity is clear to see. I feel like clarity is honestly clear to see for the step, so I'm just going to be stamping that shadow over there so I can know where my eyeshadow is going. Already you can see it is completely visible. I don't have the best camera quality, but I feel like you can see that it is pointed in that direction. It is coming straight out of the corner of the eye, and it is touching the tip of my brow. When I get to the end, what I do is that I'm rid of most of the shadow that I picked up. I just flick it a bit in this direction because that's exactly where it's gonna go. I just flick it in a sense of kind of blending it. See that we do have our straight line over there. I brought it into the crease, but I brought it in a slanted motion so that it actually connects to my crease, so that it doesn't close off my eye any more than it is closed off. And I'm using the exact same brush. You can actually use the same brush for the entire eye, provided that you're actually going from lightest to darkest using the shades. So now that that's done and I've actually followed through onto the other side of the eye, I'm gonna go in with deeper shades now. I'm mixing these two over here. I'm going in with these shades, and what I'm going to do is I'm using a flat brush. I've changed my brush. It's like a flat type of shadow brush. It's actually a concealer brush, but yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm now intensifying that wing over there, and I am intensifying by bringing the shadow inward. So with the fox eye, you don't want to take the shadow or the darker shadows, you don't want to take them more inward than the center of your eyeball, basically. So over here, this is where basically where I'll stop with the darker shadows. So this is the second darker shadow that I'm going in with. I'm gonna go in with probably another 2 darker shadows with my deep brown, and I'm taking this brown shade in the palette, and I'm probably gonna mix it with the less deeper brown shade next to it, And I'm going in with the angle brush that I started off with, and I'm not going to be taking this around like I did with the previous shade that we just dealt with. I'm just going to be keeping this here, and I'm going to be bringing it into the inner corner. So basically you want that gradient effect, which I can almost see, but because it's not blended, it's not really clear. And upward we go. Light peachy pinky shadow over here, and I'm going to be placing that on my inner corner or on my lid area. I'm going to actually give more of an open eye illusion, and that is actually absolutely going to assist me in that. I'm just using a round whatever kind of brush, and I say whatever brush because literally it's whatever. It doesn't really matter what brush you Instagram that I took my favorite Tandigama lashes, and this is in the style Tease Me Baby. I cut the lash up into 5 pieces, and what I just took like 3 connecting parts and I cut them up. I cut them up in 3 pieces. They're still pretty whole. I really like these lashes because of how wispy they are, and I think they're going to be absolutely great for what I want to do. So what we want to do actually, because I'm getting into the lashes, not telling you what to do. What we want to do is we want to focus the lashes also where we focus the eyeshadow on the end. We don't want to overpower the eyeshadow, but if we do overpower the eyeshadow, it will kind of blend and it won't be so much overpowering the eyeshadow. We're going to be placing the lashes towards the outer part. I'm only going to be doing mascara towards the inner part of my eye, and then from the center of my eyeball outward, I'm going to be doing lashes. I'm going to be stacking them first of all, and I'm not going to be placing them on my lash line. I'm going to place them slightly above the lash line so we can get that fox eyelash effect, if you know what I mean. So it's more wispy and longer and more stacked at the end and less in the front, so that it also gives the eye that lifted effect, and it also focuses everything on the outer part of the eye, and that is exactly what we want. You'll see that the lashes are a bit dramatic and they have taken a bit away from the eyeshadow, but I'm not too mad at it. Is on. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing my highlighting and my contouring routine. The highlighting, the most highlighted parts, we want to focus on the outer part of the face. Highlighting is going to be taken in 2 phases. So first I'm going to be doing the regular highlighting, and that is just a shade lighter than myself. I'm going to be using this concealer over here for that. I'm going to be putting it in these areas over here, right below the eye. I'm going to bring it up to my nose a bit and just keep it right underneath the eye. I'm bringing it up to the nose area because I want to have like a reverse contour for my nose in a sense without doing too much, but I'm keeping the product right there. So the next product I'm going to be going in with is my lighter concealer, and my lighter concealer I'm going to take in an upward motion, but on the outside of the area that I showed you. So that would be right here. So I'm going to blend that upward, and that's going to give us a more lifted effect to the eye. First highlighting shade, my Too Faced concealer, I'm going to highlight everywhere else where I would highlight, and that is on my forehead, the bridge of my nose. Make that button right there, just a bit on my upper lip, not too much, and I'm going to do the chin just a little. So when I'm blending this, I want to make sure that I still reinforce that line that we had. And that's why I'm using this particular sponge, because it has that straight end over here. I've brought it straight back into the eye or into the hairline. I don't usually do this, but this is important for this step. Just take it straight up into the hairline over there, and now we're going to be blending out the rest of the concealer as we normally do. So I blended out all the areas. You'll see this is a bit lighter, and that is stark white almost going in, and I've just set my under eye because I don't want it to crease. But now what I'm going to do is, and because it won't interfere with my contouring, I'm going to contour using Revlon contour stick. I'm going to take the shade Cappuccino, where my arch would usually be. Oh guys, I promise you a diagram is going to make sense. Where my arch would usually be over here, that is where I'm going to be ending my forehead contour. I'm going to leave this little space open over here for foundation, like my foundation shade. So I'm just going to end the contour right here. I'm still going to be bringing it into the eye, but I'm not going to be taking it over here because it's just going to make it like this massive cast and shadow, and it's going to be a direct contrast to this lightness over here. And then of course, when it comes to contouring in this area over here, what I'm going to do again, like I said, we're keeping the product where we focus the product on the eyeshadow, which is in this area onward. So again, we're going with a pulling up of the face. Usually we would end our contour where the ear is, but we're not going to end it where the ear is. We're going to end it right above the ear, which is in that direction. So that is our contour line over there. We're going to take it up a bit. That is where I'm ending my contour, and you'll see that it doesn't seep through and it doesn't step through over here, and that is exactly what we want. That's going to pull up our eye. So that is what we're looking like. What we're going to do right now is we're going to go in with powder. We're still looking a bit lifted. Yardley Absolute Translucent powder, and what I'm going to do is everywhere where I highlighted, I'll place that powder. I already did that underneath my eye because, like I said, I didn't want it to crease. So I'm dusting the powder off and I'm placing it over there, and I'm also going to be taking that straight through up here, but I'm going to be baking in that area, so I'm not too concerned about the powder over there. And go ahead and set our entire face with our face powder. I'm using my Sephora Micro Smooth powder. I'm just gonna dab that in all the areas where there's no powder already. Okay, and then next we're gonna go in with a bronzer. So I'm gonna be bronzing with my Fenty Beauty bronzer in Cocoa Naughty, but because this is a bit dark and I'm trying to keep everything light and seamless, I'm gonna be mixing it with my Face and Body bronzer from Florma, which is messed up. But I'm going to be mixing those two together, and again I'm going to place it and focus it in exactly the areas where I placed and I focused that cream contour, because we don't want to lose that. So I'm just going to be dabbing into the two simultaneously. And I'm going to bake. Another step that you can use to just reinforce what has already been done, and I'm gonna bake on the sides of my face with my powder. There's another powder step that we're gonna do, but for now this is all we're gonna be doing. Just make sure that you have a straight line on the side over there. So again, this bake is just reinforcing what we initially did with lifting up the face, you know. So nothing that you can do besides baking is to use like a nice white, not a white, pressed powder. I'm going in with my NYX palettes, my highlights and contour palettes, and there's this banana shade over here that I'm going to be using. I'm using the brush that I use to dust on my translucent powder. It is broken, so I just put some paper over there to keep it together. Just be careful with this, because if you don't do it correctly, it can bring about like a cakiness. It can end up looking cakey, and that's not what you want. So, ooh, I like that. I really like that. So just accentuating what we already have over here, and I'm dabbing it all over like this just to kind of blend it out. But if I feel like it's not blended, I will go in again with my all over brush and my face powder and get that situated. When I tell you, I watch like so many videos on how to get this fox eye. I even watch videos that aren't in languages I understand. That was actually the best video about this lady. I think her name is Mariana, and I learned quite a bit of things from her. So I know like it's been a very sensitive time when it comes to creatives and being able to give credit, and I don't want to be one of those people that don't give credit where it's due. So just want to say I did learn how to do makeup on YouTube, so it's only natural that if I'm learning something new that I start with YouTube. Okay, so this is the completed and the finished look. I really love how this turned out. My eyes definitely look lifted, my face definitely looks lifted. I definitely did the things that it needed to do, basically. So I just want to thank you guys again for taking a chance on me, for clicking on this video. And if you haven't and you have stuck until the end of the video, please do make sure that you subscribe by clicking the link down below. I am planning on doing a bit more creations and recreations, trying to check out what the trends are, trying to see if we can recreate it. I'm also thinking of doing a video where I use only drugstore brands but making it look high-end. So if you have any suggestions for those videos, do leave it in the comment section down below. And further, if you aren't following me on Instagram already, please make sure that you follow me on Instagram. I really connect with you guys on Instagram, and that's where we actually go back and forth and we try and share ideas here and there. And if you have any questions for me on this makeup look or on the products I used, you can comment down below. The description box really takes a lot of effort to list everything that was used, and I find that a lot of the times that I find with my favorite YouTubers, they will have the product in the description box, and then you would still get someone in the comments asking like, where do you get this? And I'm like, did you not watch that? Did you not watch the video? So I'm not going to waste my time on the description box. I would much rather just go into the comment section and actually comment back and forth with you guys. Other than that, thank you so much for staying tuned, and I will see you guys in my next video.